tuned into $1 million worth of games.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
We sitting here with the Prince family, man. We reporting live from H-Town, man.
Check in.
It's a lot of things, that was said. A lot of people got their own opinions, a lot of speculation, a lot of Instagram hype, but ain't nothing like, hearing it from the horse's mouth and hearing the real deal of what happened. OG.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on. First and foremost, man, before we even get started, I want to say rest in peace to Take Off. You know what I mean?
QC.
To the whole QC, loved ones. And we show our respect on that aspect first. When I got the call from you, OG, we was a little reluctant to do the interview because, somebody lost their life. It was a sensitive situation. So, we talked, and then when you alerted me that you had sat down with, P from QC, and, everybody saw things eye to eye. And, that really had, was like, okay, well, cool. As long as you see eye to eye with, the people that's most close to him, and y'all got everything figured out, then okay, then you can come speak your truths. You know what I'm saying? Because that side of the family and this side of the family is on the same accord. So with that being said, let's get into this interview, man.
Yeah, and I would like to also, man, I want to echo everything that was said. We would like to extend and send our condolences, as well, because and definitely to Take Off mother, because I put her at the top of the list because it's an unnatural thing to lose your kid. I felt all kinds of pain from losing my mother, my father, brothers, sisters, cousins, best friends, and different things. But, to lose your child is a whole different kind of pain. So, I sympathize with that to the fullest because that's what you call unnatural. They supposed to bury us, not us burying them.
Absolutely.
Now, Mike Prince, I'm gonna ask you a question.
When advertising on YouTube, I know that making an authentic video with a clear call to action is the key to getting results.
You was, and a lot of people seen you trying to de-escalate the situation, and then things just went left. What happened, Mike?
Well, it really wasn't a situation to de-escalate because it wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? Like, it looked like it looked, but it really wasn't that type of situation. You know what I'm saying? That's why I even asked myself that today, like, it wasn't even there. You know what I'm saying? Like, we from the cuts. When certain things are what it is. You know what I'm saying? And because you had so many years of looking and seeing and feeling and dealing, you know what I'm saying? And it wasn't even that. You know what I'm saying? It was really a beautiful night. You know what I'm saying? We all family, we enjoying, everybody kicking it, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't a situation that it turned out to be. You know what I'm saying? So, me saying I'm de-escalating, I'm basically just telling nephew, like, hey, it ain't worth talking about. He's like, man, you want to talk about basketball. It ain't, leave it alone. Stop talking about it. Period. Like, stop talking about basketball. You don't want to talk about basketball? Stop. Like, it wasn't about no dice game. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't about gambling. It wasn't about none of the things that the media and all these, we call the media whores, just trying to capitalize and draw a story that wasn't there. Because we had already been outside a period of time before that other conversation started. You know what I'm saying? Homies, smoke. You know what I'm saying? We just sit back and then, we gonna talk, they talk basketball. You know what I'm saying? Just nigga shit. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't that type of situation or that type of energy to where you would feel like something had escalated to where it was supposed to be a problem.
So, okay, so to the people that say, okay, Prince family been doing this for years, been bringing people down, they've been hosting them, you know, nothing like this ever happened. You feel what I'm saying? What about the people that feel like still nothing should have happened? Because they was with the, you know, they was with the Prince family, and the Prince family is well respected. Nothing should have happened. What do you say to that?
What I would say to that is, you know, I have a track record, man, and the Prince family have a track record of 30 plus years of, you know what I mean, honoring and loving on our guests and being with our guests, and no shit like this never happened. But here's the thing, and this is what people don't understand. We ain't never had nobody to attack us. If you know what I mean. You know, when a man attack a situation with a weapon, then, you know, it become a playing field where, you know, any and everything goes. So that's what we're dealing with right here. And that's the root of this situation. And he didn't attack the Prince family, but he attacked, you know, people that we know, and it was totally unnecessary. You know what I mean? For you to attack a man with a, because what that's going to do is put a man in a position where he want to protect himself. And that was the root of igniting this play.
But to clarify it real quick so they can understand, we're not talking about Takeoff attacking nobody.
No, not at all.
Just so they can
Yeah,
understand.
no, not at all. Not Takeoff and not nobody from Houston, you know, attack nobody until, you know, the homie that was with them would take off them, whatever his name may be. You know, he giving all kinds of statements on this police report we have, so we can read his name and everything, because he put himself in a position where he's cooperating and telling a lot of different lies. So we may as well shine the light on the real root to the issue, which is this homie, you know what I mean, in this paperwork. So as everybody could see on the video, you know, this dude, without having a green light from Offset, nobody told this man to,
we live, baby.
you know what I mean, attack somebody. And,
get him, man.
yeah, Quavo, I mean.
Beautiful
Nobody
interview.
gave him a green light to attack,
Go to their
you know,
page, check it
a
out.
5'2" guy. You know, this
Getting you the
this a
pre-show,
big
you
nigga.
know what I'm saying? The
You know what I
after
mean?
show.
So I
funk,
guess he
little
felt
few
like,
questions, what y'all think?
you know, the little homie is somebody he can just hit and knock out and different things like that. And it was a wrong thing to do, man. And it was an embarrassing thing to do, because it was, you know, like Mike said, it was so unnecessary. It wasn't even that type of atmosphere. You know, y'all talking about a basketball game. You know what I mean? A 2-on-2, playing a 2-on-2, and now you can turn a misdemeanor into a felony.
Recordings better. Hey, it's Dana from StreamYard. I'm so excited to announce that local recordings are now available on StreamYard. Have you ever done recording where your guest?
I'm gonna say this. A lot of people seen the video. It was a few seconds, and Junior, they seen you walking by. We understand that, you know, Quavo, Takeoff, they was down here with y'all, but they seen you walking by. He's laying on the ground. You got Mike bending down, and they seen you walking by. What took place there?
This the crazy thing about the video, right? Is one scenario that they see, but in the video, Mike was right behind me. People didn't peep that. People think that I'm the one who had a voice. I mean, I'm the one who was speaking in the video when I wasn't.
Thinking all kind
We
of
go back and look at the
real
video.
thing.
Mike is walking right behind me. They took 3 seconds of a situation where I was caught on video and turned it into what they wanted it to be. But in all actuality, we had been there for a while. Mike was following me so we can go to the restroom so he can wash the blood off his hands. And so he can enlighten me to what transpired, because I wasn't even out there when this transpired. I was inside paying a bill. So I had no knowledge of what had transpired outside. As I'm walking I had just got done paying the bill. As I'm walking to the door, I hear gunshots. And then I also hear bullets coming through the glass. So I got out the way because I was almost at the door. So I end up getting out the way. And sadly, what had taken place had taken place. But in that 3-second clip, it was me and Mike walking to the restroom so he can wash the blood off his hands and so he can enlighten me to what transpired outside.
There was rumors that after all this occurred, you was the one that took Quavo and them to the hospital. Y'all still was together after the fact.
I stayed with Quavo. We stayed out there probably like 2 or 3 hours together before we all parted ways and made sure each other was cool. Like me and him stayed out there. Like one other person pulled up, but it was me and him that stayed out there for hours after this transpired. So
yeah, so it's just interesting how, you know, one can take a 3-second lie, you know what I mean, and contaminate, you know, a bunch of damn fools that'll believe anything that they see. And when in actuality, as you can see, these two was with Quavo, you know what I mean, from beginning to end. They dropped him off. They never left his side, you know, because here's the thing, Takeoff is not only.
So what y'all feel, man? We're gonna get into it a little bit more. You know, you did. This your boy, your host, Arthur Chill Fetty. Right now, like, subscribe, share, tell a friend. You know what I'm saying? So we're getting it in with the Prince family, man, right here on $1 Million Worth of Game. You know, we're putting the remix on this thing. We're gonna get some of y'all questions, some of y'all answers. You know, so what y'all feel? You feel me? Let's get back into it here, man. All right, check it.
Got hit that night. You know what I mean? A friend of ours daughter got hit in the head. You know, so somebody could have been mad about that and wanted to come back and do some things. So they was there with the homie. And whenever he decide to speak, he gonna validate everything we saying. Quavo, you know what I mean? Because he know he was never abandoned. He know he was never disrespected. He know every time he have came to Houston, it's been nothing but love and respect. That's why he came so many times.
When you hear Houston, you hear mob ties. And some people would say that it's some type of protocol for people to check in when they come to the city. And this coming from a person like me and Gil, we ain't never check in when we came to the city. So is there supposed to be a certain protocol for people to check in?
No, you know, and I begin with me, and then he can speak, and they can speak for the other generation. But I'm a never, you know what I mean? We don't have time for no sucker shit like that. You know, now a lot of people from the different police departments and all these different people want to insinuate like we extorting people. They have to check in. Man, that ain't no money in that shit. I wouldn't have. I got more money than I could spend, right? So I don't want to say go give. Okay. What that shit ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna turn out right because real niggas ain't gonna have that no way. You know, check in for what? But on the flip side, there is what you call a brownie point to be able to have us as friends. You know what I mean? I don't want to impose or force myself to embrace nobody. But by the same token, those that I respect and I befriend, there is a difference coming into the city as our friend versus by yourself. You know what I mean? And the difference is we are respected. You know, we are respected, and everybody with us, we're gonna demand that they be respected. But it ain't no trying to extort or trying to force. We don't need that. That's fake love.
Right.
We don't want that.
Because it seemed like, and why is it that a high percentage of things that take place that might go wrong in this city, why is mob ties and rap a lot always blamed?
Man, you know, all of my life, damn near in this game, that been the case. You know what I mean? It's almost like I view our brand like a Nike brand in the streets. You know, everybody wear it. You know what I mean? Because it's something proud to wear and feel good about. But you know, all of those, everybody, you know, oppose us. You know what I mean? Everybody wear that attire. You know, you can't give them to me. You know, you can't give all these people that wear Nike and may go shoot up, bang, bang, whatever in Nike attire. Y'all don't try to give it to Phil Knight, whatever that dude name. You know what I mean? So don't try to give me that shit, but they do. You know what I mean? And I learned to accept the things that I can't change the things that I can, and have the wisdom to know the difference. You know what I mean? Because, you know, with us and with the success that we have attained for so many years, brings about
He dropped the jewel on
certain
you,
jealousy and envy and all that kind of shit with it, man, until, you know, it's like a snowball effect where you really can't stop it. You know what I mean? You know, I give you a story my 114-year-old great grandmother gave me. She said, people gonna say what they want to say. You just don't let it be so.
Just don't
So
let
I
it
live
be
that
so.
life of just not letting it be so.
This episode of $1 Million Worth of Game is also brought to you by the Busch Light Clash at the Coliseum. Return to LA on Sunday, February 5th at 5 p.m. Pacific time. More than 20 of the best NASCAR Cup Series drivers will compete on a quarter-mile track built in less than 50 days. Kicking off the NASCAR 75th season, the Clash feature pre-race concert by Cypress Hill and a race break performance from Wiz Khalifa. Right now, you can get your tickets at NASCARclash.com. NASCARclash.com. Get out there and get your tickets.
Hey, listen, and make sure y'all tune in, because you got the OG there, Cypress Hill, right? Cypress Hill doing his thing. And then you got the pre-break concert by Wiz Khalifa. So you know he gonna be in there, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow, doing his thing. So tell them where they could get the tickets at.
At NASCARclash.com.
NASCARclash.com.
Yes.
Make sure y'all go there, check out all the races, check out everything they got
Everybody
going
there
on.
gonna be high than a
Check out the concert. You got the OG Cypress Hill, right?
Yes.
And you got the race car break.
Yeah, there's some real OGs there.
Concert by
They
Wiz
older
Khalifa.
than me.
So it's gonna be a great time, man. Check that out.
Now, Wiz,
Let me ask you a question. What's the from the Prince family standpoint, what's the worst? What is the when you get into feelings, what's the worst feeling that y'all had that from what happened that night? Like what eats at y'all the most of what happened that night? Other than Takeoff here losing his life.
So, you
How
know,
would matters your comeback? Feel Dawn.
gonna get through
I
the
don't.
You did.
Let me just say this. I don't think I heard you say other than that, but that's at the top. You know what I mean? He lost his life. Other than that, the worst thing to me is this clown that came here. I wish he wouldn't have never came with Quavo. I wish he wouldn't have never brought this nigga into Houston, because he can't think. You know what I mean? This whole root of everything happening is from his actions. And to be frank, honest about the situation, I wish that bullet would have hit him instead of Takeoff, because he's the one that deserved that. You know,
Wow.
Takeoff didn't deserve that. You know, so that's the worst thing that I could think of, because if he don't make that move, then the night is everybody's still here and see another day, and you know what I mean. It's bubbly and lovey-dovey,
Right.
you know.
And I understand that, you know,
Yeah.
the takeoff situation is the most important
Yeah.
thing, you know what I mean? But I'm saying, you know, other than that, from the Prince standpoint, it might be like that it ever even was possible that it could happen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, real clearly. And you know, as I said, man, the root, you know, everybody, even the police department, want to get around the root of what really happened. Now, there's a law that goes on around the world where if me and you go rob a bank and, you know, the police or somebody is shooting, trying to protect that bank, right? And hit some innocent person, who you think get that charge? The person that shot that innocent person or the root of the situation that was robbing that bank?
The root.
Okay. That's what we're dealing with right here. You know what I mean? This dude is the root of this shit. You know what I mean? And from what I done read in this police report, you know, where he's, you know, killing on everything he can tell on Jazz, and you know what I mean, he moving on to say he was trying to be robbed, and man, don't nobody who want to rob, you know, them little dudes, the last thing they would have done was violated and tried to rob Quavo. Me and Quavo then walked in the hood of Fifth Ward, me, him, and Jazz by ourselves in the whole hood. And when by the time we hit a few corners, we had 100 plus walking with us. You know what I mean? So he know firsthand. Well, no, that's like a lie to justify that dumb shit that he done. And you know, that's just the root of the shit, man. If I could change it, I would change it. If I was God, I would have reached and grabbed and stopped the bullet from hitting the loved one, because I love him that much. You know what I mean? But I was in the bed asleep.
Just to elaborate on that, man. I think, like I had spoke before and said, that the biggest thing is just me thinking about that whole night and that whole situation, to where, like you guys spoke on, how so many speak about the family, how one should have been in control, why it happened, this and that and another. You know what I'm saying? Well, we're not God, you know what I'm saying? But we believe in him. We don't fear no man, you know what I'm saying? Because we follow him first and foremost, you know. And personally, I asked myself, was it anything else that could have been done to manicure that situation? You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, we so used to molding and the respect, you know what I'm saying, to where we didn't have no doubt that it wasn't gonna be no disrespect. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't move like that. No one in association or affiliation with us move with disrespect. You know what I'm saying? So we all family. You know what I'm saying, man? And just to see the way that my family is being betrayed, you know what I'm saying, behind someone that we care about and love also as brothers, that's the disrespect. You know what I'm saying? That's why I want to enlighten the world and let them know y'all got it messed up. You know what I'm saying? Because we messed up about this too. You know what I'm saying, me? And all respect to Takeoff's family. You know what I'm saying? His loved ones. We love them and respect them too. You know what I'm saying? So it's like 1 hour was took that night. You know what I'm saying, man? Like, bro say, behind this clown, man, we don't move like that. You know what I'm saying? When we say move, we move. When one leg move that way, the other leg gonna move that way. We don't have no out of bounds clown shit going on in our family. This nigga came down here and he was out of line. And he stepped out of bounds, man, without permission. Quavo told me, after I told him, I said, nephew, stop talking about basketball, leave it alone. He said, Unc, you right. Let's go. Cause I don't want to do nothing to one of these niggas before I do something to one of these niggas. This dude took upon himself to go trying to violate people that didn't violate nobody, that was sitting there humble, wasn't exchanging words, wasn't being disrespectful. He just decided he wanted to be a bully that night and prove something to someone. I don't know, probably because he's the biggest guy out there. I don't know what it was. But we started walking off. You know what I'm saying? Didn't nobody in the family violate nobody. A man is going to defend himself. So I can't tell a man not to do that. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't even see that coming. You know, as soon as he made his move and struck an individual, I'm like, what you doing? But everything happened like that. And I didn't see no gun in his hand, because I would have spoke on that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't see that, the clippings after the fact that he's already standing up. So he already had his mind on something that shouldn't have been. You see what I'm saying? But it wasn't something that we could control, see coming, stop, or none of that, because it wasn't one of ours. You're not of us. Because you was of us, it wouldn't have never happened. You stepped out of bounds. You know what I'm saying? And
if they listen to that tape real good, they can hear the little homie. They can hear the little homie saying, "Man, if you took that wrong, I apologize." This is what the little homie was telling Quavo. "Man, I apologize if you took that wrong. I was just talking about basketball." You know, how humble can you be after apologizing like that? A nigga gonna hit him with a pistol? Hey man, you know, like I say, under no circumstances did Takeoff deserve what he got. But boy, look at here. That other clown, hey man, that's where it's at.
When it comes to performance marketing, delivers like their account helps.
You keep people keep talking about, you know, and I'm just speaking on it because they keep attaching it to y'all names.
Deep
y'all
here, man.
brand, what y'all build. Keep talking about dice game, whether it's in this situation, whether it's in this Duke the Jeweler situation. People keep speaking of that. And to Duke the Jeweler, rest in peace to him and condolences to his family. I don't know the brother, but I know he came down here.
Yeah.
Things transpired. I don't have no knowledge of it, but they keep talking about this dice game type shit.
Yeah.
Can you elaborate? Can y'all elaborate on dice game when it's tied to y'all?
I mean, I know people were associating me with that Duke the Jeweler situation because I went to Labusi pool party and he happened to be there and he happened to be standing on me. I mean, right next to me. The truth is, I never met him before. I had no idea who he is. I didn't even know he was a jeweler until after his passing. And then the night of that game isn't the night that he got killed. He got killed leaving Boosie concert the next night because somebody tried to rob him. So, you know, the internet play internet games. But this is a situation with a dude that I didn't even know. I ain't know his name. I had no knowledge of him. I ain't know he was from Chicago. I ain't know he was a jeweler until social media started trying to point a finger because he was standing next to me, and it's just unfortunate that something transpired after another dice game, but neither incidents had anything to do with a dice game.
Yeah, you know, niggas gonna gamble, man. You know what I mean? It's, you know, all around the world, you know, people gamble, people do different things, man. And that shit was happening before we were born. It's gonna be happening after we die. You know what I mean? But like, I know a little something concerning that situation too. And, you know, from what I understand, it wasn't even no robbery. The man had all his jewelry on. You know what I mean? So that's some Chicago business. You know what I mean? And I hate for people to blame shit on my niggas here in Texas, in H-Town, that they ain't even got no fingerprints on none of that. You know what I mean? But they quick to try and blame it on us first, and then they'll take it everywhere else. But that shit ain't real.
What is the meaning, the definition of mob ties?
Movement of bosses together in elevated structure.
I ain't know that.
Ain't that powerful?
I never knew. No, I never heard it
Yeah.
that way.
Basically, our goal is
Say that one more time.
movement of bosses together in elevated structure.
Oh, okay. That's
All
dope.
ties, all this here. All these, you know what I mean? All these related. You know, all this here, these bosses. Well, this here, that's
brands.
That's Drake,
Uh-huh.
Carl Crawford, 1501. That's Megan Boss,
Uh-huh.
Mob Ties, you know, Finesse, Honeycomb, and then the one and only. I love this shit.
The one and only, the motherfucker that broke the doors down.
Oh, good.
Absolutely, man.
But it's, you know, I love that name, man, and I wanna talk about that for a minute because, you know, the enemy wanna belittle us to gain conversation and all that small shit. And that ain't what I put in him from a boy. You know what I mean? From a babe. I didn't put no all that weak shit in him. You know what I mean? He has an entrepreneurial mind. This is something that he dreamed. You know what I mean? He been dreaming, blood, sweat, and tears went into his name, and it wasn't on no negative bullshit try to paint the portrait on, you know. So now you know the move, you know the meaning, you know what I mean? A movement of bosses, you know what I mean? Movement of bosses. You just remember a movement of bosses. And if you qualify, let's ride.
Now, you know, Jazz. How you know, Jazz not here to speak, but how do Jazz feel? You know, knowing they was coming down here for him.
Yeah.
You know?
Jazz, man, was heartbroken, man, because, you know, Quavo them came down because Jazz was having a surprise Jazz Prince Day. The city of Houston was giving him his day. And Quavo and Jazz is, you know, like tight, you know. So he was coming down to support his brother and, you know, be there for him on a moment like that. So you can only imagine, you know how he feel. And the other piece was, you know, he even tried to get him to leave with him because Jazz he wasn't there when everything took place, but he was there earlier. And he asked Quavo to leave with him, but the homies wanted to stay and hang out, you know, which was, you know, a noble thing to do, you know, not thinking all this shit. Niggas like to party, like to have fun. So he decided to stay, but he was heartbroken by this shit, man. You know, he was heartbroken all the way up until this day.
By advertising on YouTube, I know my business, my most important customers.
How do you it was a lengthy police report.
Yeah.
By the guy that was mainly involved with this situation. And how do you feel about things that were said in that police report?
Man, you know, if Gila would be so nice to just read some of this police report, just some of the things so the people won't think I'm making up words, you know, I think it'll be helpful.
All right, let me see. So Willie Bland, who admitted to firing a weapon at the scene, he stated that he seen the two males he had identified as Joshua and Watkins throughout the evening, that he had seen them with guns. He believed that Joshua said something and began pulling the gun, so he reached and punched him. He thought that males were about to try and rob Quavo.
Now, we can just stop right there. And let me just explain that little piece how I feel about that bullshit. Now, clearly, this Bland dude and gave a police report that he seen these two guys with guns earlier. But these the same two guys that he decided he was gonna punch with his gun out and hit them with a gun. What do you think gonna happen? You know what I mean? You seen these niggas with guns and you gonna hit them? You know, these people, these same guys that he talking about, man, if any enemy would have came their direction, they'd have had some problems. But as you can see, this clown saw that and decided, I'm gonna try them 2 guns with my 1. And then he tell a blatant lie about they getting ready to rob Quavo. And Lord knows if anybody, any of them people would have tried to rob or touch Quavo, it was gonna be some real problems. So that's just not true.
You want me to finish reading?
Yeah, might as well. Let's let them know how. This dude, here's what he doing, Gilly. This dude right here is running back in Atlanta, getting on the real niggas. So we have to get him $1 million worth of game. Let him know. Now this is what he doing out here in Houston. Now if he running up under y'all, and you embrace him, that's on y'all. But I can't hide it from him. I want him to know. Yeah, and I know y'all them kind of people. So let's let him know.
He believed it was probably Cameron Joshua shooting at him, so he began shooting at Cameron Joshua. Video showed that Joshua ran back inside the bowling alley, but there is no video evidence showing firing a gun.
Now, just this little piece of who he's saying, this when he put my son's name in his mouth.
From right here, a large black male with the victim's group later identified as Willie is seen either striking or...
No. Let's go to Paul where he say who gave him a gun and all that kind of stuff.
But Willie Bland further stated he initially obtained the gun that he discharged from Jazz Prince, who was in the group, including Willie Takeoff and Quavo, while they visited Houston. Willie stated that he had asked Jazz for a gun and Jazz provided him with one that was in the truck.
Now listen at that. Now, Quavo, as I stated, is Jazz's brother. So of course, Jazz don't mind making sure, the homie got some heat because we understand that what goes on, right? But now you got this clown, and I don't know how it ended up in his hand, but it ended up in his hand. This clown is saying somebody want to rob him that gave him a gun. Why would you give a man a gun and try to rob him? You know what I mean? This shit just don't add up and make sense, man, is what I'm getting to. And I'm just trying to get people to realize how big a damn fool this dude here is. And now he ratting all over the place and ran back and, and bust shots and ran to the airport and ran his ass back immediately. You know what I mean? He didn't care nothing about the homie take off. As soon as he done that, he went straight to the airport and tore ass home. But I'm gonna leave you with all this paperwork and you can look at it later on.
Don't leave me with this shit. I'll leave you with all this rat shit.
Y'all going to Atlanta, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I love out of what the game, because you know what I mean? We ain't about that fake shit and we're gonna let it be known, whatever it is. You know what I mean? Let that shit, definitely when it comes to these rats, we can't protect them kind of individuals.
I'm gonna say this, I think we living in a time in the hip hop culture where it's though a lot of us, as we move around, we got to be more level minded.
Yeah.
Boy, this
we got to
$1
use
billion
security.
worth of game here, man.
We got to communicate with each other. I think we just got to be more respectful of one another, and we got to be thankful for the opportunities that hip hop has provided us with. There's a lot of brothers out here on the ground that wish they had the opportunities. A lot of dudes is taking penitentiary chances every day to take care of their family, to take care of their kids.
For real.
But then there's a lot of brothers that don't have to no more, and they out, they in a better situation. And I just want to say this to a lot of people, man. If you ain't a street nigga, don't wait till you get some rap money, get millions of dollars to become one. Because what's happening is, and this ain't got nothing to do with this situation right here, but what I'm seeing in the rap culture is that a lot of dudes was in the neighborhood. Only thing they did was rap. They even played sports, they rap. But soon as they got the millions and they got a bunch of dudes that's in the street that now gonna listen to them because they want to go for the ride, they want to get taken care of, they want to get broke off. Now they become this ultimate street nigga. They talk to people crazy, they carry themselves crazy, They on social media talking gangster shit. Any real dude that ever operated outside of the law, did penitentiary time, or didn't go to the penitentiary, was in the street game, ducking the police, ducking the stick-up man, ducking the killers, ducking all the bullshit. They not trying to be no street nigga. They waiting for the nearest opportunity to get out the game. The real cats that really go through this shit because they know what they up against. So why do y'all guys wait till y'all get millions of dollars and want to be tough ass street niggas?
Real talk.
Yeah.
It don't make no sense.
It don't make no sense. Like we get to the point where as though this shit is just getting out of control, man. You know what I mean? Everything ain't got to be no aggressive shit. Everything ain't got to be tough. Everything ain't got to go to the internet as soon as some shit happen. You know, if you know, a lot of brothers that go through stuff in the game got each other number, or you got the manager number. You know somebody in the camp. If you out here, you doing your thing in the music game, and somebody in every camp that you know, or you got somebody that knows somebody in the camp where y'all can make a call, y'all can sit there and really talk on some real grown man shit.
Yeah. And let me say this, man. To all the rappers out here, all the athletes that's made it, do me a favor, man. Stop acting like y'all regular niggas, man. You're not. You made it out. You're worth an asshole full of money. You are no longer a regular nigga out here, man. So you got to protect yourself as so. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers want to make it out the ghetto and understand how hard it is to make it out the ghetto and then act like they regular niggas. No. When you got a certain special ability that you able to do out here and change your whole family, everybody around you, the way they living and they circumstances, but you still want to act like a regular nigga, it'll catch up to you, man, because you're not regular. So you can't do regular shit no more. That's just the reality of this shit. Because God put those type of blessings on you that wherever you go, motherfuckers know you. Wherever you go, you somebody. You cause pandemonium. So you're not regular no more. So you can't act like you regular. You can't carry shit like you regular. Because it only take one time for some not regular shit to happen and you're done. So I just want to put that out there too to all the motherfuckers that's out here that's eating and that's making it. Because I be seeing athletes from my city who you watching these niggas on TV, but then you seeing these niggas chill down North Philly.
Yeah.
For what?
No, that's real.
Spent your whole fucking life in North Philly.
That's what you call $1 million with the game y'all give it. But that's why it's also important, you know, even though people got this fucked up check-in situation, you know what I mean, all twisted, but relationships is valuable, man.
Worth more
and
than
important.
money.
The right ones. You know what I mean? They're valuable and important. And me, you know what I mean, when I travel, I've been doing this shit for a long time. And, you know, anybody wise will want to know how you was able to do this and be successful as long as you was able to do it. You know, I was always that kind of inquisitive nigga. I want to know, man, show me when, where, and how to make these things happen. So, you know, I guess I'm saying all that to say that, you know, Gilly and Wallow is absolutely right about what they saying when they saying put some protection on your ass. You know what I mean? Your ass is valuable enough to put some protection on it. And some of y'all gonna do what you want to do. So I ain't gonna tell you don't do this, don't do that, but I am gonna tell you put some protection on your ass. You know what I mean? Your objective should be to make it home to your family, your woman, or whatever every day you leave out the house. You have to think that way. You know what I mean? And you can't embrace these clowns. You know what I mean? Because a nigga that don't know how to think is a dangerous man. You know what I mean? And that's what we're dealing with this conversation that we're having right now. You know, a nigga that don't know how to think is a dangerous man. A man that feel like every altercation have to end with violence, he's a dangerous man. He's a damn fool, and it's a matter of time before he meet a damn fool. You know what I mean? And the ending gonna be bad. Mm-hmm. So that's what we're dealing with. And if there's anything that needs to change is, man, leave them damn fools in the hood. You know what I mean? Y'all know the ones that's damn fools before you even bring them out to leave them in the hood, because all the muscle and meanness and all that fighting shit in the world ain't nothing, man. You know what I mean? When it comes to a thinker.
Right.
You know what I mean? That little man, he was 5'2", and a whole lot of little nigga, you can't impose no muscle. I used to specialize in that shit. Hit me, big nigga, so I can deal with your ass. You know what I mean? So you have to like understand that niggas ain't thinking about fighting you no more. So get the right security, man. That's all.
And
the
reason I always stress security is because I understand you got some real niggas from around your neighborhood that might be real with all the dumb shit. But when situations come, they might be looking at somebody as an op or opposition, and that's not even the case. It could be something that could be de-escalated, and that's what the professionals is there for. You know, when I'm talking about security, I'm talking about real live professionals. You got professional teams out here that will handle your business for you. And you got to understand this, and I try to stress this to a lot of artists. You're not boo-boo from around the way no more. You're a business. You're paying taxes, you're LLC, you're a business, bro. So you got to carry yourself like that. And I just think a lot of times that money come and motherfuckers just lose their mind. Yeah. And like I always tell people, man, and I tell these cats, because a lot of these cats that do these young cats, I'm not your peer, man. I'm your fucking elder, man. And I'm not trying to be an old nigga that's trying to be a young nigga. That's the problem that we got now. And that's why a lot of these young cats don't respect the older generation. Because motherfuckers trying to relive their second childhood. I'm your elder nephew. So I'm going to sprinkle this game on you properly. I'm not no motherfucking nigga that, you know, this out here was a nigga getting high, doing some dumb shit. Nigga, I spent 20 years in the penitentiary. That shit was real. That wasn't no motherfucking game. And y'all, you know, so for me to see a young cat running around here that got unbelievable opportunities, you niggas is making more money than Tupac, Biggie, put all of them together. Y'all make more money than them, and you know, in these bookings y'all be doing in these, like, come on, man. Y'all make a shitload of money. And I'm talking about on a show type money.
When you advertise with Google, search ads are just the beginning. Your ads appear across.
That's why it's good to have
Take advantage of this shit and don't finesse yourself out of your blessings. I know y'all done seen me talk to different people, but you know, like I told Pooh, free Pooh Shiesty. I told him, man, don't disrespect your blessings. Do not disrespect your blessings. Don't be out here with that tough shit, man. That born to lose shit and you got millions of dollars in the bank. I don't know how much I'm gonna keep stressing this shit, man. Because a lot of times the homies and the so-called OGs ain't telling you this because now you the money train. And I gotta say this. You gotta protect the king or you going back to the porch. There was a rapper named Skrilla said that. And when I say that, all these brothers that fall, they drop, they homies gotta go back to the porch. They back on the fucking block now. Because y'all wasn't smart enough to protect the king. You protect the king when you make sure you not doing no dumb shit. Because when you doing dumb shit, it's going to affect them. Rather you doing these shows, fucking whatever it is, promote. I'm talking about whatever you going through these cities, soon as you do some dumb shit, that shit fall on the artist. Because they want to lock him up first. They ain't trying to lock you up. Police, DAs, they out here, they want that rep. They chasing rep. They trying to get popping too. You don't even dig it. They want they DAs, what they Instagram popping too. Fuck time y'all think is going on. They want they Instagram to pop. You got motherfucking police officers. They want they fucking gram to pop. Yeah, lock what's name up. So you just got to be mindful when you operate and you getting that money because listen, man, everybody not happy for you. You got to understand, you motherfuckers going to Rodeo Drive and Ball Harbor and Lenox Mall, y'all spending what a motherfucker making a year in one visit. So everybody not happy for you, but I'm just saying, enjoy your life, enjoy your success, take care of your families, and lay off the dumb shit, man.
And the bottom line is, right, you work so motherfucking hard to get everything you got, and then you could lose all of that shit in one night. One night.
No, fuck one night. In
5 minutes.
1 minute. A gun could
2 minutes.
Gun could go off in one.
You feel what I'm saying? Like one night of some liquor, some pills, some disagreements, some arguments. A nigga like Tory Lanez is sitting in jail. One of the most talented artists in the motherfucking world. One fucking 5, 10, 20 minutes.
All it takes.
That should have changed your whole fucking life, man.
And let me say this too. I got.
Then you go from having everything to having nothing.
I got to elaborate on this. We live in a different time. Niggas is not playing by the United States of American street code manual no more. That shit out the door. That's out the door. A motherfucker would tell on you, man.
I know.
The same motherfucker that was in the sandbox with you, they would tell on your motherfucking ass.
Tell on you fast as shit, man.
They would get right on the stand, and your mom would be in the courtroom sitting right behind you crying, and they grew up, they ate out of your mom motherfucking house because your mom might have been on drugs. They would get on that motherfucking stand and tell on you, man.
Yeah.
Well, we're witnessing that all over the world right
They would light your ass up and go back out here, and guess what's gonna happen? The chick still gonna kick it with them.
Yep.
If they can make some moves, these so-called Negroes that you think is real niggas gonna fuck with them.
Still holler at them.
Ain't right on me.
So again, like, go ahead and figure some new shit out.
That's why I had to get on.
What I just thought about another answer to that question you
Crazy
asked me,
idea,
Gilly, about
man.
what
Game
other
like
than
change.
the homie. You know, it's a hell of a thing to have access to power and not use it. And when I think about the machine my homie P them got out there in Atlanta, you know what I mean? I went, you know, we flew to Atlanta. You know what I mean? I talked with the homie head up. I talked to Quavo head up. You know what I mean? Since this situation happened. And that's power. And what I'm thinking about right now is I would have loved to have seen somebody with his team here with Quavo versus, you know what I mean, one of them other people, man, that don't know how to think. So if you got access to power, it's important to use that access. A lot of times, you know, we evolve in different things and don't understand the value of different situations because you ain't from there. You know what I mean? And money don't make you be from there. You know what I mean? Just you can have $1 billion and not have that street cred or the knowledge and different things because you ain't live that.
Right.
You won't see different things coming. It'll hit you right smack in the goddamn center of the head. And you won't never see it coming because you ain't been trained, you know what I mean, to even see that coming. But when you have access to the power, to the machine, use it. You know what I mean? Use it because it makes a difference. You'll make it home at night, you know what I mean? And that's what's important.
That's the only thing that's important.
Yeah.
It's making it home at night.
And I want to say this, man, like, we some extraordinary people, man. We doing some extraordinary things out here.
Sure.
And we got some in hip-hop culture. This is the 50th year of hip-hop.
Get your voice heard.
And we all eating off of that.
Express your talent. Show
So
the
let's
world your talent.
respect what created this opportunity for us and protect it. You got so many different ways they coming at this shit, man. The court, and they coming at this shit in the courtroom, utilizing lyrics. So you even got to be mindful of the shit you say, even if you're expressing, you know, you can't even, it's to the point where as though sometimes we can't even use our imagination because some of our greatest artists in the history of life, they was poets. They wasn't real street niggas. They put that shit together. So you even got to be mindful of that. You got to be mindful of what you're posting. You can't show everything.
Quit telling on yourself, niggas. That's what he telling
you dig what I'm saying? Because, you know, it go from you posting something to now, you know, prosecutor talking about on December 27th, 2021, rapper so-and-so was posing with marijuana and an AK-47 on Instagram. They can subpoena Instagram. Everything you post on Instagram, no matter you delete it, archive, they would subpoena Instagram and they would give them your whole, everything you ever posted, everything you ever deleted. They can subpoena every social media network that's out there. Stop slipping, man. Take advantage of these blessings you got and take care of you and yours, man. And I just want to say, once again, condolence to the whole Quality Control, Takeoff family, Atlanta, you know, because this was a terrible loss for our culture. We keep losing artists to a lot of senseless, I'm talking about some dumb shit. Dumb shit. we gotta really protect this beautiful art that's giving us opportunity to take care of the people that we love the most and really shake up the world. You know, that's all I got to say.
I mean, I think we touched on everything. You know what I mean? I think you guys wanted to speak your truths, and I think y'all came on here and did that.
Yeah.
So
no, it was beautiful.
I just want to send my condolences once again to the family, the friends, Quality Control, Quavo, Offset, you know what I mean? And tell y'all, hold your heads, you know what I'm saying? And, just send our condolences from the whole $1 million worth of game.
And to all the families of
all the victims.
All the artists that lost their life. My young boy, PNB Rock, Young Dolph, Mo 3, XXX and Cinchion. Everybody, man, that Pop Smoke. The list goes on. Everybody that lost their life. Nipsey. You know what I mean? We just got to get better, man, at this shit, man.
Get better.
And I just hope that tomorrow is better than yesterday.
Y'all got any last things y'all want to say before we get out of here?
In the after a great devastation, the gods came and manifested humans again. And this is
real. Okay, they got a little more to the interview right here.
I just hope that this is a situation where we can clear the air, but also give game to future problems that could transpire in the same manner. But just to also let the family know that, our love is there. If it was a way that we could have prevented this situation, we would have prevented it by all means, right? Which we attempted to do. But it's an unfortunate situation, and our condolences are with the family.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and most definitely, our sincere condolences with the family, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just reflecting back to where it's a saying that your character precedes you, and I'm not gonna say everything was negative, in response to this situation, you know what I'm saying? When a person know your character, then it speaks for itself. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't misidentified only by those that didn't know me and just went with whatever the media was, you know what I'm saying? Anybody that know my character knew, like, Unc, we seen you was trying to, you know what I'm saying, kill that, whatever it was. You know what I'm saying? And I stand on that even with my family, you know what I'm saying? We're not those type of people. You know what I'm saying? We're God-fearing people, but we stand on respect. You know what I'm saying? Me coming and going, and, you can only sit back and allow so much. And that's just the humble side of us, and we've been very humble and respectful with this situation. And any part of this situation that has been misidentified, even from us doing the memorial, and we apologize for that if that was perceived and took wrong. You know what I'm saying? But we never come in nothing with bad intentions when it's dealing with us and family and associates. You know what I'm saying? That's why we speak about relationships. You know what I'm saying? I mean, not no slick check-in, not no undercover extortion. Y'all don't have enough for us to ask for it. You know what I'm saying? So it's never been that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's really personal relationships that we have with many. And bro been in this thing for 30-some years. And that's just an entertainment side of it. So you know how far those relationships go.
Right.
Generations.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you're going to have other busters that speak against this. but good game. You know what I'm saying? You know, you let the lane be the lane. You know what I'm saying? Don't you change to your truth. Yeah.
Yeah, to the homie Quavo. Ain't nothing changed where my love is concerned, where Quavo is concerned. So, you know, there's gonna come a day, there's gonna come a time that everything we saying, Quavo gonna have the opportunity to bear witness that this is the truth. You know what I mean? This is how it went down and from A to Z. And I look forward to seeing that day. But even more important than that, you know, like I told him the last time I saw him, you know what I mean? It's love here. You know, it's love here. And I look forward to that coming back together soon. But this Offset dude, I ain't gonna leave him out. You know, I'm just real like this, you know, because, you know, niggas be throwing rocks and hiding their hand, right? They be throwing rocks and hiding their hand. And I don't like them kind of individuals, you know, and the truth of the matter is, you know, one can dance and different things in front of these different cameras and all that kind of shit. And when reality, the truth of the matter is, you know, nigga, you wasn't really right there with Takeoff when he was alive. You know what I mean? So for you to be taking these positions that you taking, you know what I mean? And I got people everywhere, so I hear all kinds of things. I'm gonna just say this to you. Don't never put me in no position where, you know, I have to defend myself. You know what I mean? That wouldn't be healthy for you. And, you know, I have to say that. I hate, but it's $1 million worth of game. You know what I mean? It's $1 million worth of game, and I'm gonna give it to him right on $1 million worth of game because I ain't gonna throw rocks and hide my hand. I'm gonna just let it be known, you know, to him because I hear what's being said. And it's all love after that. Peace.
Well, it's just like that.
Right.
Well, we're gonna get out that too, you know what I'm saying? Get it back over here to your boy, you dig, your host out the chill fetted, man. So you know, man, wow, that was a deep one there, man. So you know, y'all like, share, and subscribe. You know, tell a friend, tell a friend. We just checked out $1 million worth of game, Fire podcast with the Prince family. And so you know, hey man, I know it's a lot of clips gonna be going around tomorrow, you know, in the internet space, but I ain't the type of person to indulge in all that foolery, you know what I'm saying? But my thing is peace, love, blessings, you know, to Takeoff family. And hey man, y'all be the judge on now. But it was a great interview, man, and a lot of jewels was dropped in that interview. You know what I'm saying? A lot of jewels was dropped in that interview, man. So, you know, you in the game, you're in the industry, take heed. Listen to what they're saying. You want to get protection. You want to have peace when you go home, peace about you when you moving about, because you got to move like a boss. You know what I mean? You're a business, you're a LLC, you're a brand, you representing things. Come on now, tighten up.